Happy Tuesday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
Now, we're doing a thing called Jam Singles. We figured after Married at First Sight that makes no sincere attempt to match real people together.
Well, they're about entertainment. It's an entertainment TV show.
But what we've realised...
We're not about entertainment.
Of course we're not. We're you and me. But we did discover that there are hundreds and hundreds of people who've been in contact with us who sincerely want to find love or companionship or mateship.
We're making our own little terrarium, a little people terrarium, putting them together and see if they flourish.
That's nice. So we're going to meet one of our Jam Singles today. Her name is Hannah.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is going to be joining us to talk all about The Voice.
Tribal drum, Povo's school excursions.
And the Royal Easter Show Roundup. Gem Y Rye went along there for the last day to get all the cheap foods and rides.
Went through the bins. He's an ibis.
We'll get his report on that as well. Enjoy the podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Top of the morning to you, Mrs. Muntz, in your little marching pants.
I know, I've got trousers on that have a stripe down the side. And you just said to me, gee, they're high pants.
They're very high.
They're not very
They're like
high.
Sam Smith high. So high I can't even tell your sexuality.
No, they're not that high.
You're
and
fluid to
can
that.
I say, they're just up to my waist. Don't say high pants. You've
Well, they
often
look
said
good.
the pants is high look like I'm working prisoner. But
No, that's high jeans, high-waisted jeans.
No, these are regular trousers, Brendan. Get used to it.
They're marching pants.
Yeah, but low trousers. I can't do low trousers, and you know why. What did my mother once say to me?
You're long in the fork.
I was long in the fork, which means you either get bunching around the area,
Yep.
or you get overhang at the top.
Yeah,
So
what do you
these
want?
pants, hopefully,
Do you want the bunch or you want the overtop?
I don't get to choose often. But by these pants,
Surely
I
there'd
do.
be a
You don't get either.
Surely there'd be a happy
This
medium.
is a happy medium. There's high
marching
pants, high-waisted marching
Just
pants.
give us a little bit of a march
No.
around the studio.
No,
That'd be
thank
nice.
you, Brendan. No.
Come on. There you go.
I'm not here to amuse you, no matter what you think this show's about.
What are you here for then? Making the
You've been
teas.
grizzling all morning about your feet and what's going
I
on.
cut my heel on an oyster.
It's the last time I go to a restaurant with you. Table manners are terrible.
I'll never go back to the summit again. Lydia Thorpe did the same thing. Lydia. What's Lydia done?
Lydia.
Old Lydia.
You know, when I saw that tirade on the news last night, Harley said, is this her maiden speech to Parliament?
What are you?
Dreadful.
Nothing good comes out of being outside a strip club at 3 a.m.
You know, she's an independent. She got elected as a Green, and then she left the Greens, or I think she might have been moved on from the Greens.
Yeah.
Now, so she hasn't been elected as an independent. So she got a party ticket. Who is she standing for? I don't know.
I don't know. I think good on you. I go, good on you.
Do you?
I just look at her and go, good on you.
No, you don't.
Well, how old is she? She's in her 30s?
So?
You know, when you're sort of, you got your head up your bum when you're in your 30s. She's like that. And when she gets to her 50s, you go, oh, okay. You know, you remember when you were in your 30s, you were like that.
Yeah, I'd stand outside strip clubs and have a tirade about people. It's exactly what I did,
Questioning
Brendan.
men's genitalia sizes.
This is another thing I think is interesting. I read a journalist yesterday just saying, this might have been on a tweet, and I agree. I think we need to move on from when you're challenging how you want men to behave to talk about the size of their genitals. We wouldn't tolerate body shaming for women when we're talking about their behaviour. So I don't know why we do it with men. It's been a trope from so many years of, oh, that means you've got a small penis because you're being overly sexual, or because you're being aggressive, or because you've got crazy opinions.
Or you've got a nice car.
It means you've got a small penis.
Sure.
I think we need to move on from that, because she was calling all that out, wasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, and other things, yeah.
And other things.
I'm not too sure who started it. They're all waiting for a cab outside. And as I said before, nothing good happens outside a strip club at 3 o'clock in the morning. I know.
What
this
about
from personal
inside?
Experience. Oh, it's all good inside.
It's all good inside. Oh, you've got a small one, what do you know?
You're back again. Action-packed show
That
today.
won't make it grow, you know.
Anthony Albanese's going to be joining us on the
Yes,
show
he
today.
is.
So many questions.
We're going to talk to one of our Jam singles.
Yep.
And
Instagram makes its return.
all of that stuff, but let's get on to the Magnificent Seven.
Please.
Question 1. What colour jacket is awarded to the winner of the Masters tournament?
I'd like to dedicate this song to Lydia Thorpe right now.
Jam Nation Podcast.
We have the Magnificent Seven for you. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
I might have a Lydia Thorpe tirade.
You might have a crack at people.
You never know. It's early in the morning. I don't know how the day's going to go.
Alyssa's in Gymea Bay.
Hi, Alyssa.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning. Question number 1 for you. What colour jacket is awarded to the winner of the Masters tournament?
It is green.
Green. This
Maybe-
is golf. We're talking about golf.
It's
aren't we?
golf, yeah. Maybe they should award your marching pants to someone.
Brendan, do these rile you
No,
in
I
some
love them.
way?
I reckon they're great. I think we should get a feature of them.
I think you're going a bit of the Raz.
No, there's no Raz.
Alyssa, I've got a pair of pants that have a stripe down the side.
Yeah, they look like old school marching pants.
Yeah. Well, they're Sass and Bide from a few years ago, so I haven't just found them in the gutter and decided to make them myself.
I don't know why you're saying this. I don't know where you're getting all in McGrill. I'm just giving you a compliment.
Well, you wear a nice variety of shirts. Today's one looks like wrapping paper. Hope you know. And it's not much of a present. Can I hand that one back on Boxing Day?
No, I didn't come here for
I
this,
think you
Lydia.
did. I think you
Come on,
did.
I didn't come here for this.
Alyssa, let's get to question 2.
The Dogs involves races of which breed? We're going down to the Dapto Dogs. What are we watching, Alyssa?
The greyhound.
That's it. This brings you to question 3, which is the not-so-secret sound. Duh. What do you think this is?
Oh.
Want to hear it again?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, it's dropping something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, gee.
Ryan's a bit harsh today.
Buzzers. Didn't like that one, mate. Deborah's in Acacia Gardens.
Hi, Deborah.
Yeah, hi, good morning, guys.
Good morning. Have a listen to this. What's that?
Would it be breaking pool balls or billiard balls?
Yeah, breaking your balls. Amanda does it all the time.
Question 4, and this is multiple choice for you. In which arena did John Lennon perform his last live performance? A, Madison Square Garden. B, Wembley Stadium. C, Kudos Bank Arena.
Was it Madison Square Garden?
It was.
Yes, it was.
With John Lennon.
Well,
No, with, what's his name? Elton John, old mate.
old mate.
Old Elton John.
Thanks, Glenn A.
What tree leaf is found on the Canadian flag, Deborah?
The maple leaf.
That's it.
All right.
Question number 6. A selection of small dishes served in a Spanish restaurant is called what?
Tapas.
The musical Tina is about which artist, Deborah?
Tina Turner.
This
Tina.
to Doddle to Deborah.
Turner.
Congratulations, you won the Jam Pack. It's all coming away. A double pass to Rolling Thunder Vietnam, a story of love, courage and mateship. Book now at rollingthunder.com. $150 to spend at Hyperkarting. With brand new kids' carts and a party zone, Hyperkarting keeps the whole family entertained. And Jonesy and Amanda Cage choose if you to colour and some standard pencils. Deborah, anything you'd like to add?
Oh, just thank you very much. Have a great day, and I'm glad you're back.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Deb. Thank you.
Deborah.
Appreciate that.
Well done.
Well, you know what this means, Brendan? Magnificent 7 has ended before the half hour is up. Do we have to have a big fact?
Of course. It's a given. As sure as you're wearing marching pants and I've got a shirt that looks like wrapping paper.
Let's do it.
Jam Nation.
WSFM, the Red Hot Chili Peppers there, Californication. Hello, it's Jonesy and Amanda here.
Speaking of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I saw a tweet from Flea the other day. Can I read it to you?
The bass player of the Red Hot Chili
Yeah,
Peppers.
this is a great thing about Twitter. You get absolute insight into their lives. They type these actual words.
He's quite funny, Flea.
Well, he's titled this More Rock Star Glamour. Walked to Target to get nail clippers and nose hair trimmer. Employees were right on me, asking for selfies, telling me they love me. 2 minutes later, I get hit with a major urge to take a SHIT.
Okay.
They tell me the bathroom is downstairs. I go there, but 10 people are in line. I'm about to soil my trousers.
No, please.
I go to employees and plead, please can I use the employees' bathroom? They say no, employees only. These are the same ones that have just asked for his photograph.
The Target people.
I run across the street to some cafe and ask to use the bathroom. On the way there, a guy waiting outside tells me I'm an a-hole for not stopping to take a selfie with him. The cafe lady threatens to call security because I politely asked for the bathroom. I made it by the skin of my teeth to a restaurant a few blocks away. Back to the hotel now to practice trumpet. I think he's been practicing trumpet in that cafe.
Oh, that's just hard.
Happens to everyone.
It happens.
To Flea. Can happen to anyone.
It happened to you, didn't you? Didn't you just driving past your own house, knock on the door and say, "Excuse me"?
That's how I bought that house. After what I'd done in there, now I need to buy it.
Jeepers creepers. Would you like a big fact, just
Please.
as a bit of a sorbet for that story?
Please.
Actually, yeah, the sorbet afterwards. What about this?
Hey, it's a big fact, and it's not crazy. Jonesy got some info, 'cause he's not lazy. I need my fix of facts on repeat. Jonesy did his research. It's a big fact, baby.
Although it just all feels moot after what you just said.
Moot and sorbet, great words.
That's your legal firm. Napoleon Bonaparte designed the Italian flag. I think that's interesting.
Isn't he French?
Yeah, he's French. So you look at the Frenchy flag.
What's the French flag?
You got the blue, the white, and the red.
And what's the Italian flag?
The Italian flag. You got the green, the white, and the red.
So he just changed one panel.
Yeah, and then he.
Why did they want him to do it?
I don't know. He didn't want to.
Maybe he's
retire.
colourblind and wasn't aware they were different.
He might not have.
He's on the way to the loo and said, "I'll just quickly do this." There you go. Can I have the key to the employee's bathroom?
And the Target employee said, "No."
Hey, it's a big fact, and it's not crazy. Jonesy got some info. It's a big fact, baby.
That's the thing about being Australians. We always follow the rules, don't we? You could have the biggest star in the world straining, ready to go, and no, sorry, mate, you can't use
Even
sorry.
after he's had a photo with you.
Yeah, sorry, mate. No, you got to have high vis.
Yeah,
no,
sorry. I've earned my right to use this one. I've worked at Muffin Break for 5 years.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Places, everybody.
Sorry I'm late.
There's no time to wait.
The clock is ticking.
Let's do this thing.
Hello.
I'm going to flip through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. Oh, this is one of my favourite albums, and I often go back to this and play it again. On this day in 1992, Annie Lennox went to number 1 on the UK album chart with her debut solo release, Diva. Have you heard this album?
Yeah, it's a great album.
Oh, it's so good. One of the big songs from the album, Walking on Broken Glass, was a massive success thanks to the music video. These were the days where music videos made or broke.
Can't remember the music. I can't remember the music.
I'll tell you about it. The video was based on the 1988 movie Dangerous Liaison.
Yes.
Big elaborate costumes.
Yep.
And also, John Malkovich, who'd been in the film,
Yep.
was in the video, as was Hugh Laurie.
That's right, yeah.
Poncing around as if they're in France in the 1700s.
You're right, because these days the film clips, if you watch, sometimes I watch MTV on the weekend.
Do you?
Yeah, and it's just all bot and shake the bot.
Well, there's been a big thing with that MTV stopped being about music clips and they made content. They made films and TV shows and things.
Yep.
But MTV audience had very little interest in this. It was VH1 that had started after MTV that played it on heavy rotation, and that's why the song was successful.
Right.
Love this song. Let's play it, Walking on Broken Glass.
Great song.
Jam Nation.
Love that. Annie Lennox walking on bloke.
Walking on a bloke.
Just bloody hell. Sometimes.
Do you want to start today again?
Sometimes I just... I didn't do my vocal exercises this morning.
Oh, come on. Don't
No,
do
when I
them
ride
now.
in the morning, I say red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, unique New York, unique New York. You do that. Say unique New York.
Unique New York.
Unique New York.
Well, what a shame, though, you stumble when you have to say Jonesy and Amanda.
It just happens. I didn't warm myself up, so I'm sorry about that, okay? Old Mother Ruddle, rough cut pun.
Move on now.
Cloudy, 23 degrees in the city and our west. Right now it's 13 degrees. It is 19 to 7.
Well, the Easter show wrapped up last night.
Yeah.
And I think it's been massively successful. It's coincided with school holidays. I don't know if it always does. Is that right?
Well, there was trouble last time. There was a stabbing, so we didn't have a stabbing this time. Well, that's terrible.
Of course that's terrible, but that's one incident.
Yeah, I know, but sorry for bringing up the past. Someone died. That's terrible.
Well, we also had good weather, I think, didn't we, for the duration?
Yes.
That's not always the case either.
No pandemic either.
That's true. So more than 870,000 people went through the gates, and I think that was more than they expected. I was looking at some of the stats. On display, 480 breeds of animals. And I think we assume they all go back to their little farm life now.
Yeah.
They walk into a mincer at the end. I don't think they do. No, they go home to these wonderful lives. 13,000 litres of milk was collected at the working dairy. Where does that go?
That doesn't sound like a lot. 13,000.
That sounds like a lot. It's not like the whole place was filled with dairy cows and goats.
Yeah, okay.
More than 15,000 fruit and veg went on display. What happens to those at the end? Because they've been on display for a couple of weeks now.
Well, the fruit market's right next door.
Do they sell that?
I don't know. It doesn't, when Coles buys an apple, aren't they like 6 months old anyway? So really, that fruit...
But they've been kept in cold storage. These are on display and there's a map of Wisconsin or something.
They've got all the slack-jawed people just breathing all over.
When I was a kid, that's the stuff I would hate. And now it's the only stuff I want to see.
Yeah.
Like, I'd go and see all the cake baking. Scones sold by the CWA.
Yum.
43,131 scones. 15,000 awards and prizes.
So you're going to do all these stats now?
Oh, I'll stop now. No, I'll stop. You don't want to know how many redheads made it through the turnstiles on day 8? I'll get to that in a minute. Sagittarians, day 5. I've got a list of that too.
Don't get jazzed. I'm
not jazzed.
I just thought are we in for the long haul?
No, but excuse me for thinking it was interesting.
No, it's interesting.
Of course it is.
I'm not saying it's not interesting.
Someone who's won a prize, and I'm trying to say 15,000 awards and prizes, they're wanting to know, wow, that's amazing. And you're going, that's poo-poo.
Jem Rye was one of those statistics. You went there yesterday on the last day.
Yeah, it was Kids' Day.
Is that why'd you choose to go Kids' Day?
I don't know. It's just like I think it was the last day.
But don't kids go every day? What's different about Kids' Day?
I don't really know. I think it's 2 for 1 maybe on some rides.
Right. Did you get free tickets?
Yeah, I did. But
Good.
I also bought some as well.
You bought tickets and got free tickets.
Yeah. Because I wasn't going to go initially, so I said no to free tickets, and then
yeah.
And can I ask what rides you went on? Do you go on rides, the big spew factors?
I just went on the Dodgems.
The Dodgems!
Yeah.
Oh, big question.
Okay, big question.
Which car did you go in? Did you go in the Jonesy car or Amanda car?
I went in the Jonesy car.
Oh, Ryan.
Yeah. And it was a nice touch of realism because the Amanda cars were just swerving all over the place.
And people getting car sick. And people would get out and not remember which was theirs. I accept that.
What's the stats on that? How many litres?
100%. 100%.
How many litres of spew?
And people wet themselves in it. That's all I need to know.
Well, you weren't there, were you?
The spirit of me was.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast. I'm so lonely. So lonely.
No need to feel sad and blue. Let Jonesy and Amanda find love for you.
We were watching Married at First Sight and it finished and you and I both sort of said, anyone could do this job as a matchmaker. We could put two people together better than these so-called experts.
Well, what annoyed me, and I didn't even watch the show, was that there was no sincerity in it. When the show first started, it was an experiment to put people with like-minded people and to see if that could work. Then it just became a TV experiment where you'd put nut jobs with nut jobs, or you'd put someone who had insecurities because they'd been hurt in the past with someone who was going to break your heart. It was done for drama. And we thought there's a whole lot of people who are looking for love, and sincerely, the swipe left, swipe right stuff isn't working for people.
You know, it's interesting. We've been married to different people for a long, long time.
5 different people.
5 different. Well, no, we've been married to the same people for a long, long time. How many years have you been married to Harley for?
33 years.
So me and Helen are, I think, 31, 32. I have no idea what it would be like to be out there. I will say this.
Let's experiment.
But I remember when I was on the ground floor of The Bachelor many, many years ago, and we were talking about how The Bachelor would work and all that sort of stuff. And I said, so what this guy...
You weren't going to be the Bachelor.
No, I was going to be the Bachelor. They were courting me being the host of the show, and I really would have liked to have done it because I found it was quite interesting. I shouldn't have mentioned Andrew G's name. That was probably a bad mistake because he ended up doing it. But anyway, at the time I said, "What? So does this guy kiss all these girls?" And they said, "Well, at the time they said, well, no, it doesn't have to be like that." But really, when you look at The Bachelor, that's a given. The guy kisses all the girls. You know what I mean? There's too much choice out there.
There's too much choice. I have a friend who is so attractive. She's smart. She's got a great job. She's so interesting. And she'll go on a date with a guy and she'll say, well, that was great, and never hears from her again. She said, how hard does this have to be? Because there's always the idea that there'll be someone better. And so no one is settling anymore. It's really hard, which is why we thought we'd do our jam singles. And let's see what we can do about putting sincere people together with sincere people.
And we're not going to dick you around. We're not doing this for drama or anything like that. We genuinely want this to happen.
But we've hit a rich seam. We've had hundreds and hundreds of applications from people saying, I would like to find love.
Hannah has joined us.
Hannah is one of those. Hello, Hannah.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're very well. So let's get a bit of the Hannah story. You're 37 years old.
36, nearly 37. I'm going to claim that bit.
Still going a Kentucky tour, Hannah. Just clinging on to that.
So tell us a bit about the kind of person you are.
The kind of person I am, so I'm a busy single mum. I'm really active. I get out and about. I like to go to the gym and, you know, live in the outside world, not online. And, it's just tricky to find people that are kind of like into the same thing nowadays and not into partying.
So you're not into partying?
No, those days are over, do you know what I mean? Like, I like to go out and have a nice meal, or like I'll have a couple of drinks, or, you know, do something nice. But, yeah, that whole kind of like old lady rage scene is a bit beyond me now.
The old lady rage scene.
And that's a thing as well, because I've noticed something as well with 30-somethings, everyone's on the drugs these days. Like,
correct.
When I was when we worked at Triple M, everyone was on the drugs.
I wasn't.
But we worked in a rock star world.
Can I say that I wasn't?
Okay, you weren't on the drugs, but everyone else was. You know, these days you got plumbers and stuff. They're all on the drugs. Well, what's happened?
I don't know.
Am I right about that, Hannah?
Yeah, it seems to be this whole phase of like, I don't know if it's like a single mum thing or if it's kind of like you've done your kids and then you go out there. But like, you know, these girls can party harder than they did in their 20s. Do you know what I mean? So if that's not your thing, that's cool. But like, it's just trying to find something in between, I suppose.
And what's your experience been like as a single person? Have you tried dating online? What's the experience been like?
Yeah, I have. Because my life's quite busy and I don't really mix that sort of thing in with work or soccer or, you know, the gym or whatever. I have gone online. I've been online for a while and, it's just carnage out there. Like, there are so many people that don't actually know what they want. So you'll have all of these little conversations trying to pinpoint, like, you know, what you can get out of each other or all this kind of small chit-chat. And then 9 times out of 10, someone will ghost somebody. So it's just this
someone will ghost you, you mean, just disappear. And are the guys sincere? Are they asking you weird stuff?
There is a lot of weird stuff out there. So I think I've like actually spoken on the phone, which is what I do before I meet anybody, like to 3 people, and I would have matched with hundreds. So there's this real like Uber Eats, Uber Girls sort of thing where people are, really just like, okay, girls on demand. It's a Sunday night, you know, Tinder or Hinge is going to kick off. And, there's just a lot of this instant gratification stuff. So they're trying to suss out what you're up for, how much like is it going to take, and you know, for me it's more than a happy meal, so it's a bit of a struggle.
So it's how much is it going to take to get you to, like, for a booty call kind of stuff?
Pretty much.
But you've just kind of, you haven't even met. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Your husband got together with your boss.
Wow, we're intrigued. How did that happen? What does that mean?
Well, we were all at the same organisation and, we were married and had our kids and everything like that. And there was a bit of talk that something might have been going on. But he was the nice guy because I'd always been with, like, you know, the not-so-nice guys. That was what I was into. But, he was the nice one. So I just didn't even think he'd have the guts to do it. But it all came out in the first week of COVID in 2020. And I left the next day and they're still together. So at least they've given it a go.
And is he still with your boss?
He is, yeah. So I left the organisation because they were both higher up than me, and I left and gave my month's time. So I kind of went on my merry way. But after kind of dealing with the betrayal of it, I'm actually quite pleased looking back in hindsight because. Yeah, I mean, it's just another case of people not knowing what they actually want. You know, this guy stood up and he, you know, we had this life and we got married and blah, blah, blah. But I don't think he actually knew himself well enough to know what he wanted. So
that was hard for you, though. You lost your job and your partner, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Well, at least
It
they
was a
didn't
lot.
sack you. Imagine that. They were higher up than you.
They were very understanding, but it was just a really awkward situation.
Isn't that nice of them that they were understanding?
Yeah, I got some flowers.
Oh, my God, Hannah. Well, look, we want to make you, a little, we want to help you.
Yeah, so look, thank you so much. We'll see what we can do. We've got lots and lots of entrants. We're going to be talking to a stack of them, but you sound lovely, Hannah.
Hannah, we
and
like
we wish
you. We
well.
want to marry you. We think you're fantastic. We say yes. Good on you, Hannah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
and
Hannah.
for doing this. The
Thank you.
matchmakers, eh?
Yeah, well, let's hope.
Let's just see. We're going to meet some more entrants over the next couple of weeks, and then we'll choose people to pair up.
Yeah, Hannah sounds lovely.
There's a lot of responsibility on our shoulders now, Amanda.
Let's see what we can do.
Jam Nation.
Doing it for the gram right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
As we deal with the heavy traffic on the M4 at Prospect due to that multi-vehicle accident, we can focus on Instagram right now.
Well, we'll try and get you through this. We have 10 questions. We've got 60 seconds. If you get all the 10 questions right, you get $1,000.
Yeah.
But then we ask you another question.
Then the tempting pants come on.
That's right. And we say, would you want to have another crack at this? We give you one more question, double your money to $2,000. But if you don't get that question right, you lose it all.
Bridget's in Borgham Hills. Hello, Bridget.
Hi, guys. How are you?
We are great.
What you need to know here, Bridget, is that you can say pass at any time, because if you get the question wrong, it's all over. But if you say pass and if we've got time, we can come back to it, okay?
Okay.
Yesterday, Bridget, we didn't get past question 1, so please come on, we can do better.
Let's see what we can do.
I hope so.
All right.
Good luck.
We've got 60 seconds. We've got 10 questions. Bridget, it all begins here. Question 1. What legume is used to make hummus?
Lima.
Oh, no. It's chickpeas.
Oh, man, come on.
Not lima. Who eats lima beans?
What's a lima bean? Bridget.
I know what a lima bean is, but I don't think we eat them that much.
We went through we did a dry run of this morning, and I said, "Well, is that?"
Bridget, I'm
I
so
said, "Is that
sorry.
question too hard?" And everyone said, "No, no, no."
Oh, bull!
I did.
You did not.
I did.
Anyway, I'm sorry. It's not
Bridget.
lima beans, Bridget, but you get $100 for your groceries. But I'm so sorry.
lovely.
The
Thank
game
you.
ends here. I'm sorry.
Thank you. No problem. See ya. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bridget.
I know what a lima bean is. They're big green
They're
beans.
big. They're terrible.
They're terrible.
You're not going to make chickpeas out of that.
It's like eating abalone versus an oyster. It's just too big.
It's too much.
Jam Nation.
I saw a tweet yesterday from an ABC journo. His name's Gavin Coote, and it made me laugh. He said, quote, "Went to Paris for your Year 10 school excursion. Where'd you go?" And then he has printed the itinerary for his Year 10 school excursion.
What did Gavin get up to?
He went to Newcastle. I don't know where from, because I think he may have headed back to Tamworth at the end of it.
Right.
So on the first day, he took the train to Broadmeadow. Then they booked into a lodge. Then they took a train to Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had dinner in Newcastle CBD and took a ferry ride to Stockton.
Yep.
Next day, Maitland Jail.
Yep, good.
Fighter World.
Oh, Fighter World.
What's that?
That's Williamtown, the Jets. That's
I
pretty
thought
cool.
it might have been like you punched each other.
No, it's Fighter World. That
Planes.
sounds good.
Ice skating. You'd have liked that because you're a big ice skater, weren't you?
Not a big ice skater. I liked it, though.
10-pin bowling. Shopping at Glendale Supercentre.
That's sweet.
And then they were allowed to go to a movie appropriately rated for your age.
What year was it?
It doesn't say. The next day, train to Newcastle CBD.
Yep.
Fort Scratchy.
Scratchley?
Oh, Scratch. No, it says Fort Scratchy.
No, it's Fort Scratchley, isn't it?
What happens there?
No, it's a fort.
You get crabs. Convict
That's
lumberyard.
schoolies, isn't it? Oh, my God.
Convict lumberyard. This is all schoolies.
This is all
Then the
metaphors for
bogey hole.
stuff.
I know, maybe it was a sexual trip.
Was it a Catholic school?
Then they went shopping at Newcastle CBD and had dinner at Newcastle Knights Club, and the next day got the train home.
That is luxury. When we were kids, we didn't go anywhere.
But but these days, kids go skiing. They go to Italy. Yeah. They go to South America. My sons were in musical kind of stuff through the school and went to Canada and Switzerland.
Yeah.
Casual.
Yeah, you send the kids to a fancy private school.
And then you keep paying and paying.
How does your boy feel about flying economy to Japan? What, he's going to Japan?
Yeah.
Well,
what about the train to Stockton, Lord Scratchy?
The only way that kid's going to Japan is if we go to war with him.
Oh, come on.
He's on a boat.
Come on.
Yeah, but that's what happened in my day.
So you'd have to get a time-travelling machine to start
If you were
with.
going on an excursion, you got sent to Gallipoli to fight the Turk.
And you were happy for it.
I was happy to get
Lunch
out.
included?
We'd end up going to a box factory or electrical hardware store or
When
something
Harley
like
was
that.
at school in the 1910s, he at their school, the smart kids went to, I think it might have been, I can't remember what it was, some early IT scenario or something, whereas they went to just to see people working on car engines, and they pretty much were told,
That's your future,
this is your
boys.
future, that's it.
Well, it's exactly the same thing that happened in my school. The smart kids, they went and just saw an electrical wholesalers, and the dumb kids went to a radio station. What does that tell you?
Wow. Well, the tribal drum is going to beat for Povo school excursions.
Class, instead of going to the box factory today, we'll be going to the box factory.
One of the greatest episodes ever.
Well, what have you done? Your school excursion. Forget going to Paris. Forget going to South America. What was your Povo school
The
excursion?
little princesses these days, they go to all these great places. We went to dreadful stuff.
Podcast.
At school excursions
Povo
from days
school excursions.
gone by. Because when we went to school, the best school excursion, you got sent to war. That's what happened when you were a kid. And when I went to
How
school.
old are you?
That's you got sent to fight the Turk. That's what happened when you were a kid. These days they go to Japan and they go to great places.
I
They go
know,
skiing
and you have
at
to be,
Aspen.
and you have to be entertained. I mean, at one school, we went in a bus for hours. We had to fill out forms about what we saw in rock pools and got back in the bus and came home. Rock pool wasn't a club, by the way.
wasn't
I
a
saw
re-
my teacher dancing.
It wasn't a restaurant.
No.
Neil Perry didn't come up with a ponytail and say, "How do you want your steak, mate?"
No, we had to look at urchins and come back.
We had some school kids come in here for an excursion. They said, "What else?"
Yeah.
And then we ended up with Ryan.
All right, your Povo school excursion.
The tribal drummer's beating for this.
Class, instead of going to the box factory today, we'll be going to the box factory.
I dreamed of going to a box factory.
Hello, Deb. How are you?
Hi, good, thanks.
What was the excursion?
Year 10 retreat with the nuns.
No.
Yeah, and we stayed overnight, and the best thing we did was have a pillow fight, because other than that, it was mass or prayer or silence.
Mass or prayer or
pretty
silence.
boring.
Imagine doing that to girls in year 10.
We looked forward to it because there was nothing else.
And did
were
you
the
have a
nuns
can I-
involved in there?
Yeah.
So many questions. Were the nuns involved in this pillow fight?
That's my question
Was it a
as well.
nun-sanctioned
No,
event?
they would come in and tell us to be quiet.
Of course they did.
So you were excited because you got out of school, something different, but all you had to do was pray and be quiet.
Yeah, or have mass. So,
Mass.
yeah.
Wow.
And it wasn't even somewhere nice looking. It wasn't even by the sea. It was some bushy place, and there was nothing there.
Right.
Wow. See, imagine telling today's children
and you
that
haven't-
was it.
And you haven't got like the good nuns like, Sally Field, the flying nun, or the singing nun like old mate.
These days you get to go to Questacon at very least and go down a slippery dip.
And you get a slippery dike.
I don't say that. Slippery dip. You know that vertical dip?
Yeah, you go down
And
that
you put
thing.
your hand on the stuff
And
and
all
your
your hair stands up.
At least you get to do that.
Yeah. God, there's poor Deb having a pillow fight. A non-sanctioned pillow
Oh, we're
fight.
going to take more of your... I hope a spinal ease was involved. We're going to take more of your calls after the news.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Hello there, the tribal drummers beating Povo school excursions.
Class, instead of going to the box factory today, we'll be going to the box factory.
Yeah, forget going to Sicily for a school
Yeah.
excursion. Just go somewhere Povo like we did.
Jem Y. Rye was just regaling me with tales of the horror school excursion he went to.
Where'd you go?
I went to Hawaii.
Are you joking?
No.
As a school excursion?
Yeah.
To do, what were you learning? What did you do?
We just went to play soccer and just do random stuff, like swim around and, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, come on.
And he was complaining about it before.
Come on.
We just went to Hawaii.
We went soccer and swim around and stuff. Oh, outrageous.
The kids these days.
If you haven't gone to Warragamba Dam, you've done nothing.
Marina's with us. Hello.
Hi, Marina.
Hello.
Hi, Marina. Where'd you go for your school excursion?
Oh, hi. Am I on the air, am I?
You are on the air,
So no
don't
swearing.
feel free to drop the F-bomb.
Okay, no. My name is Miriana. I'm
I'm
calling...
Rightio.
That's okay. Sorry about that. I'm just
okay.
calling because our school excursion in primary school was up to Old Sydney Town.
Oh.
And it was about an hour north of Sydney. And part of the whole experience was watching a convict get whipped for stealing bread and doing really like minute things. It was just very, very funny.
It's weird, isn't it?
Funny. Back at it, it's funny, yeah.
I know. But my husband, who's a Kiwi, was shocked that we would theatrically reenact
Old
people
Sydney
being
Town.
whipped.
Didn't your father at Old Sydney Town?
We went there and
heckle the
whipper.
The whipper.
It was terrible. So there's a NIDA graduate being whipped. And my father said, "Let him go, you mug." And even now, my brother and I are horrified. Dad will bring it up every Christmas, "Let him go, you mug." And we're filled with shame.
What a past.
Damnation.
Well, we haven't spoken to this man for a while. We thought there's a bit going on. We should check in. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is trying to get a referendum across the line that is a once-in-a-generation chance for Indigenous recognition. A survey out today says the majority are for it, but there are still people undecided. We have him on the phone now. Hello, Prime Minister. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very, very well.
We could take up your time and ask about your first school excursion that you went to back in the day, but
there's more important things to discuss.
Important things.
I can't remember what my first school excursion was.
No, we've been talking about how all the kids these days are off to Paris or South America, whereas we went to a box factory.
Yeah, no, ours would have been something like that, I'm sure.
And look, and you became Prime Minister of the country, so it's not a bad thing.
Right. The bread mills factory was across the road from my little school at St Joseph's Camperdown. It probably would have been there.
What did they make?
Shirts, I believe.
Textiles, sheets and all sorts of things. Yeah. It's now, of course, apartments.
Of course it is.
On Parramatta Road and Missenden Road there at Camperdown. So it would have been something like that. Would have been my first excursion. Nothing exotic like Paris.
No, just to get to suck in the chemicals. Well, let's get to the voice. For the people who are still saying they don't quite understand it, in a nutshell, or not even in a nutshell, tell us what the voice is.
It's two things. One, recognising Indigenous Australians in our Constitution. So at the moment, there's a pretense almost that this great nation of ours began in 1788. So it's a matter of recognising Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people as Australia's first peoples. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people should be consulted on matters that affect them. So they should have a body through local and regional voices is the term that's used, up to the national body, and it should be able to make representations on issues like health and education and housing and all the areas where there's a huge gap between Indigenous Australians and non-Indigenous Australians. So it's about those two simple things. It won't impact in terms of have a veto right of Parliament. It's not a third chamber. It's not going to be a funding body. It's just a body so that Indigenous people get to be heard, essentially.
And on the strength of that, I think, well, yeah, fair enough. But then someone like Warren Mundine puts out in the paper today, and he was saying, well, in 1967, they're recognised in the Constitution, and that might water that down a bit.
Well, it's just not right. In 1967, of course, up to then, Indigenous Australians weren't able to be counted in the census. They weren't regarded as full citizens, and unfortunately, that was there for 67 years in our Constitution, and that was removed. And indeed, what was put in there was that the government would have the right to make laws which impacted people, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, but it didn't recognise them as Australia's first people, which is a pretty fundamental thing. And the tragedy here is that in 1967, all the political parties came together. There was a Liberal government. The Labor opposition all supported it, and Australians overwhelmingly voted for it. That was what we were hoping for this time. The Liberal Party have chosen a different path, but a range of people. Dominic Perrottet, the former Premier, was a very strong supporter. Matt Keane, a range of the New South Wales Liberal Party effectively supported the referendum being put to the Australian people sometime between October and December this year. This should be above politics. It doesn't mean that everyone should agree, of course, and I respect Mr. Mundine or anyone else's right to have a different view. But overwhelmingly, Indigenous people gathered at Uluru, which is where the Uluru Statement from the Heart comes from, back in 2017. And I'd encourage your listeners to just get on Google and just read the Uluru Statement from the Heart. It's just 400 words.
And it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is poetry. It is extraordinary that so many people from across our vast land of remote communities and people from the Torres Strait and the Kimberley and Arnhem Land and right across this vast continent, Indigenous people met in a First Nations Constitutional Convention. There was 5 years of process and consultation, literally hundreds of meetings leading up to it. And that's where the Uluru Statement from the Heart came from. The cry, essentially, it's a really gracious request for a handout and asking us to just grasp the opportunity. And I really hope that we do seize as a nation this once in a generation.
But do you think as well, Prime Minister, the thing about Australians, we have two mouths and one ear and we don't really listen that much. Should we just be plain speaking about it and just say, well, right, you're voting for this. This is my take from it. We're voting for this because we're recognising that First Nations peoples were here first. And is that pretty much it?
No, I think it's about having a seat at the table.
Yeah, okay, but I'm happy for that. I'm happy for First Nations people here were first. I appreciate that, and seat at the table.
Why not say seat at the table?
No, I'm happy for that. That's if that was the two prong of it, then and I'm all for it. I want this to happen.
Well, it's interesting that opponents are saying that, as you said, it's not a separate chamber. You said that, Prime Minister, but people are saying, are they somehow going to have a different rule or law for them? This isn't that, is it?
No, it's not. Not at all. But what it is if you've got life expectancy that's 10 years less for Indigenous Australians to non-Indigenous, if you've got huge gaps in health, in education, in economic opportunity, in infant mortality, in all of these areas, then we just need to do better. And the way that you do better is to talk with people, is to consult them about what their lives are and how it can be improved, which is essentially what this is about, giving them a voice. So the Uluru Statement concludes with words, I'm paraphrasing here off the top of my head, but it's, in 1967 we were counted. In 2017, we asked to be heard.
And that's goosebumps.
And that's the part of it. That's the key part of it, I find.
It's the nuts of it.
Oh, absolutely. And it also speaks about the torment of powerlessness, how things have been done for and to Aboriginal Australians, often with the best of intentions. But the truth is that we need to do better. And when you look at the programs that have been really successful, justice reinvestment, Indigenous Rangers programs in Cape York, some of the educational outcomes that Noel Pearson and others have been able to achieve, lifting Indigenous people's opportunities in life, they've all been programs that Indigenous people have had a direct say in, and that sense of ownership. And that's really just common sense. It's good manners that if you're going to have something engage in, you're doing something in your neighbourhood, in your backyard that's going to impact on your next door neighbour, you talk to them about it.
It's true.
It's good manners. And I think that this is, when it comes down to it, about just that recognition. Yep, you were here first. We should recognise that, and it should be a source of pride. Now, Aboriginal Australians are, of course, the oldest continuous culture on earth, and we need to do more than just admire the art and the music and the culture. We need to recognise it in our constitution, but then the voice is really the means to the end. The end is to create opportunities so that you can't look at one group of people and just see that massive disadvantage which is there.
Mm. Well done.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Great to chat with you, and have a lovely day.
Look after yourself. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese there, that makes it just, to me, it seems clear.
Well, we're going to put this to the pub test next and see what you think.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast. Jonesy and Amanda in the morning. 101.7 WSFM.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test, and we just had the Prime Minister on the pub test today, the voice to Parliament. Does it pass the pub test?
The majority of people at the moment are saying yes. It's not a big majority, something like 58 to, as today's figures were, 58% would say yes, 42 would say no, 1 in 10 undecided and unlikely to vote. So you just heard the Prime Minister talk about it. The Indigenous voice to Parliament, does it pass the pub test?
Jam Nation. We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. Hey, we're not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. This morning we had the Prime Minister Anthony Albanese on talking about the voice.
Public opinion poll today says that if the vote was to happen now, 58% would say yes, 42% say no, 1 in 10 unlikely to vote, undecided. So we had the Prime Minister with an impassioned plea
We
for
didn't
a
ask if
yes
it was
vote.
compulsory. Is it compulsory to vote?
I think a referendum's compulsory, isn't it? I think so. All voting in Australia is compulsory. Well, there's a lot at stake here. So what do you think? The Indigenous voice to Parliament, does it pass the pub test?
There's consultation happening already. Why do you need this new department that's got to be open to corruption for placements? I mean, imagine if the dishonourable Lydia Thorpe got in to that sort of position. What a joke that would be.
Yes, it does pass the pub test. It's something that should have happened a long time ago, maybe back in 1967 when we first included Indigenous Australians into our constitution. But yeah, it's definitely something that's well overdue.
No, because I think that we should be inclusive of all Australians. I think that having a separate group, whether it's for Indigenous or any others, is divisive.
No, it does not. In the 1967 referendum, we eliminated racial division, and now we're trying to put it back in. That doesn't pass the pub test. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. It's simple. Albo spoke brilliantly. Let's get this done, Australia.
And it is compulsory, BTW.
I hope it's a yes.
I hope it's a yes. I feel it's a yes. It just feels like, for me, it just feels like fair enough. You know, the great thing about Australians is we go, yeah, fair enough. And if you've got a neighbour or something like that and they're not happy with something, and you just say, well, that's fair enough, and we can sort that out. I think we've got bogged down in too many semantics. There's too much word salad here.
Absolutely. But the bottom line, I think, is that if these issues concern you, would you like a seat at the table? It's not a separate chamber. It's not a separate law. And people, your life won't change.
No.
This is just allowing other people to have a seat at the table.
Jam Nation. Podcast.
The tribal drummer's been beating Povo school excursions.
Class, instead of going to the box factory today, we'll be going to the box factory.
It seems that some kids these days are going skiing or, as you say, going to Japan. Brendan, my children, with a musical thing with the school, went to Canada and Switzerland.
That's crazy. What are they, Pink
Thousands
Floyd?
and thousands of dollars we spent for their school excursions.
We didn't get anything like that. Our own Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, was on. He went to a shirt factory.
The Brad Mills factory was across the road from my little school at St Joseph's Camperdown. It probably would have been there.
They didn't even have to hire a bus, just walk across the road.
There you go, Anthony. Get across the road.
Yeah. You don't even have the excitement of a bus trip where someone spews.
And look, he became Prime Minister, so it can't be a bad thing.
Well, the tribal drummer's beating for Povo school excursions. Hello, Lorraine.
Hello.
Hello. Tell us about your school excursion.
Well, let me set the scene. It's 1976, I believe, and my uncle and my mother had designed and built and sewn a hang glider, and it was in our front yard on a main street. I grew up in Maryland, and as you went past, everybody saw it. So my brother's kindergarten class came to our front yard to see the hang glider.
So he had to go to kindy and then was transported back to his own home to look at his own front yard.
They just walked.
They just walk. And Maryland's is kind of flat as well. There's no cliffs or anything.
Yeah, well, they didn't fly it there, but they just built it there. But I was, like, embarrassed because I'm like, why would anyone want to go to my house and, like, you know, that's just daggy.
Whereas that seems like the most exotic thing in the world is to watch a hang glider.
I would
being
like
built.
to see someone flying a homemade hang glider.
Well, yeah.
It's not going to end well,
Make
is
sure
it?
your insurance is up to date.
Did it actually fly, Lorraine?
Yeah, my uncle did fly it several times, but it didn't fly there. It just sat there.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was like
and as you say, there's nothing more embarrassing than someone seeing your own parents, particularly on his school
It's a
excursion.
local attraction. My father he worked at Qantas, and he took us on a school excursion. The school went to the Qantas jet base.
And what'd you do there?
I remember going to the hangar, and they had like a 747 sitting there, and the guy just said, "Yeah, no worries, fellas. You know, do whatever you want." We're all clambering over the wheels.
Really?
And, yeah, this giant 747. He said, "It's not like you're going to break it."
Wow.
These were the times.
Stowed away to Pakistan. You wouldn't be able to do that now.
No, you can't do anything now.
Bo is with us. Hi, Bo.
How are you guys? Good morning.
Good morning. What was your school excursion?
So back in the 2000s, I used to go to Rosemeadow Public School, and we used to go to event cinemas. They tell us, all right, we're going to go to the cinemas today. So we get on the bus, go down to the cinemas, we get our choc top, our popcorn, our little drink, but did we end up watching the movie? I think we just ended up sitting on the seats outside, just waiting. And then the teachers are like, all right, time to go back home now. Back to school. It's like, what about our movie? Isn't that the whole point of coming here?
Yeah.
And so
that was our school excursion.
Was that a cheap version? So you just got all the snacks and then came home again?
Yes, and came home again.
That's true.
I wasn't, like, very happy, but at least we got out of school. We weren't doing schoolwork. But
There
it
is-
was a school excursion, I guess.
Yeah, there is something.
Why don't they just call it a snack excursion?
Just
you don't think
and
you're
get
going to the
chopped up.
cinema? How disappointing. That's a beauty.
Jam Nation.
Succession last night. I said to
You have to give 24 hours if you're going to do a spoiler.
I said to Helen last night, I said, Succession tonight. And she said, sex tonight.
Oh.
I said, no.
24 hours spoiler. Went off years ago.
She had this look of shock. She said, what, you're incorporating this into the routine now?
You're doing a corporate takeover.
So we can't talk about Succession, is what you're saying?
Well, if you want to. There were no big spoiler alerts or anything last
How
night.
awkward was it, though?
It's an hour of exhaustion watching that show, and I'm always relieved. I love it, and I'm relieved when it's over.
When it's over. But how all the sibs are turning in on each other. And also Succession speak as well. Things like we've got to check the temperature and all that sort of stuff.
They're not meaning they're weather people.
No, they're always like, they just live in word salad. They should get a job in commercial radio.
Well, they are a media company.
Oh, okay. Just be a big cold spoon.
Well,
it's
sorry, that's what Helen said.
It's like me mentioning sex tonight.
It's only once a week. You'll be all right.
It was a big gig yesterday down in the breakout room.
We have a breakout room that we don't often see because we're up here doing this. Other people are
doing the
breaking
work.
out all the time down there.
Yeah.
There's packets of cereal and bread and things down there. Did you know that?
No.
Pieces of fruit.
What's this?
We don't get to see any of that.
I'm dying of scurvy up here. If only I ate fruit.
But yesterday in the breakout room, what a treat. We had Tina and the Ikettes. We had Ruva, who plays Tina Turner,
Very
and the
good.
Ikettes, who are the performers in Tina Turner the musical.
Yeah, but-
So they performed for us yesterday in the breakup room.
They did a montage, started off with the best.
You're simply the best.
What about the sassy version of Nutbush?
Church house, gin house, schoolhouse.
You nearly had a heart attack.
On highway number 9.
The hip was working well, though.
Thank you.
Especially when Proud Mary rolled by.
This musical is going to be amazing. 20 iconic Tina Turner songs in the story of Tina. Extraordinary. The show starts May the 4th at Theatre Royal. It's Australian premiere.
That's Andrew Denton's birthday.
May the 4th. Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And I think tickets, it's at the Theatre Royal. You can get tickets from ticketek.com.au. It's going to be an incredible show.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
WSFM's 50K 10-4 payday.
The 50K 10-4 payday.
That's how it works. So you have to write down the first song that's played at 10.
Yep.
At 2 and at 4.
So that's why it's called the 50K 10-2-4 workday.
That's right. And
Good
then
buddy.
you call us now, and if you know the songs, you win $1,000.
Ryan of Kirrawee is with us. Hello, Ryan.
How are we going, guys?
We go
Very
all right.
well. Let's see if we can get you $1,000. What were the songs at 10, 2 and 4?
So the 10 o'clock one was the Noise Works.
Noise Works.
Yeah.
The second one was Roxette, Dangerous.
Yep. And what'd you have for 4?
4 o'clock one was Police, Dee-doo-doo-dee-da-da.
I feel like I'm at the concert with you.
We're just in it for you to say that, Ryan.
$1,000 for you, Ryan.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, guys. That'll come in handy.
Excellent.
Of course it will.
So
Simple as.
listen out for the next song at 10, 2 and 4, and give us a call tomorrow morning.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the ghoulies get together.
To give us a ghoulie, just download the iHeartRadio app, go to the WSFM logo there, press the microphone, record your ghoulie. You, if you're our favourite ghoulie of the year, could win $20,000 cash thanks to Hare & Forbes Machinery House.
Your one-stop machinery shop.
That's the saying.
That's not just a saying. That's
It's a way
to
of
live.
life.
That's your life, man. I've got it tattooed across my neck.
You do.
What have we got?
Hi, what gets my ghoulies is the quality of drivers on Sydney's roads. It's getting worse and worse by the year. And if you are unlucky enough to have one of these drivers run into the side of your bus or run into your bus, one of the first things they say when you get out to exchange details is, I didn't see the bus. How can you not see it? It's 12 to 15 metres long and yellow. And if you really didn't see it, you shouldn't be driving. Hand your licence back to Kellogg's where you got it.
There you go.
I think he's a bus driver.
He's a bus driver. You know, imagine how poor motorcyclists feel if they can't see a bus.
Yeah, actually, it's very true.
What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is selfish people who put out their rubbish bag out the front of their apartment door because they know that it smells and they can't be bothered taking it out to the rubbish bin, but they'd rather put it out in the foyer where everyone else can smell it rather than inside their own apartment. This really annoys me.
Yeah.
What's the logic there? Do you think it stinks? I'll put it out there, and next time I leave, I'll take it down to the
Well,
garbage.
my daughter's moved into that place. That's something she'd do. Can I ask you a question? Did your bins get picked up the other day for bin night?
I think so.
The yellow bin and the red bin?
I think so. Why?
I don't know. Is there some go slow thing? Because I noticed my yellow bin didn't get taken, but there was some down the street that had been taken. Every fourth bin seemed to have been taken, and the other
Is
ones
this a
were
new
full.
Liam Neeson film?
I don't know. Or my
Sounds fascinating.
my daughter's working for the council.
I can't help you with that, Brendan.
No, I just thought
Maybe
there's some sort of industrial
Maybe you should phone
stuff.
as a ghoulie. You know how to do it.
I will get the iHeartRadio app, which I've already got, and I'll record my ghoulie.
Do it.
It's for tonight.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins a double pass to Harry Connick Jr.'s Back Live Tour. WSFM's presenting Harry Connick's Junior's tour. It's at Aware Super Theatre, Friday, December 8. Tickets are on sale 11 o'clock next Monday at Ticketek.
You also get the Jonesy Amanda tea towel and 18th birthday key ring.
Well, it seems these days kids have the most exotic school excursions. Ryan went to Hawaii just to kick a soccer ball and do some swimming.
And Jem Raya said, what did you do for your school excursion? And he said...
Yeah, I went to Hawaii. It was great.
I saw a tweet the other day from an ABC journo, Gavin Coote, quoting someone who'd said that their kids had gone to France in year 10.
Or
he
Hawaii.
said he went to Newcastle. I mean, was it Scratchy Land? What was the place in there?
Fort Scratchley.
Same thing.
It's not Scratchy Land.
The tribal drum was beating for Povo school excursions.
Class, instead of going to the box factory today, we'll be going to the Box Factory.
One of the greats.
This is a beauty. Here's Bo from Campbelltown.
So back in the 2000s, I used to go to Rosemeadow Public School, and we used to go to event cinemas. They tell us, all right, we're going to go to the cinemas today. So we get on the bus, go down to the cinemas, we get our choc top, our popcorn, our little drink. But do we end up watching the movie? I think we just ended up sitting on the seats outside, just waiting. And then the teachers are like, all right, time to go back home. Back to school. It's like, what about our movie? Isn't that the whole point of coming here?
It's a school excursion to the vending machine.
That's what we did at school, just had a couple of canes.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Explains a lot about your education. Now, don't forget, Ugly Phil is up next with the $50,000 10-4 payday. We'll be giving someone $1,000 tomorrow morning.
We're back tonight for Jam Nation from 6 o'clock.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
One swallow, drink cheerio, goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.